Welcome to Thorough Talks 215. I am your host E with my co-host Brown. Talk to him.
Shit, what is good? What's good?
You know what's good? We got a special guest, another host.
Word.
You know who it is?
Got it here today.
Marksman, talk to the people.
You know what it is. 215, baby. Represent.
We in trouble today, man.
Let's go.
Thorough Talks 215. We got Marksman in the building. He's here to chill with us, and we're gonna talk. We're gonna chop it up, man.
My brother.
What's up,
Been a
Marksman?
crazy weekend.
Talk to people.
Not much, man. You know, just here, surviving, living in La Lucha, you know.
Doing your thing. You've been
Dealing with
busy
this nut
too.
ass rain. Yeah, you know, I've been busy working, been dealing with a bunch of blessings from God, obviously. But, you know, I love what I do. I love my job.
That's what it's about.
Good shit, bro.
Brown, talk to me.
Ain't shit, my nigga.
You've been running into a lot of people in the street, huh?
I mean, you know, I run into people here and there.
They feeling some type of way, Brown?
Sometimes they do. But, you know, I defend you. You my brother.
Yeah, we listen. It is
You know
what
what
it
I'm saying?
is, man. We go to war
Ain't about
together.
nothing, but you already know, man.
Let's get to it.
Crazy
There's a-
weekend. Raining, you know, a lot of crazy shit. So, you know. Just
Life. It's just
trying to
life,
go
man.
about life.
It's
However
life.
we can, we go
It's
about
life, bro. This is episode 13. Everybody,
13,
thanks
brother.
for tuning in. We got a special co-host with us, and we're going to rock it today. Brown, I got an article I'm going to read to you guys, and then you guys chime in, all right?
Oh, man.
Let's get it. More men are dating for peace than beauty in 2025. That means instead of ass, they want class.
I've been doing that. I've been
makes
doing
sense.
that my whole life.
That makes sense, though, bro.
It makes sense. All right, I'm going to read the article. Let's go. A growing shift in dating preferences among men is redefining modern relationships. According to a recent social trend observed in 2025, many men are prioritizing emotional peace compatibility over physical appearance when choosing a partner. The chaos and stress of a toxic or high conflict relationship has pushed emotional stability to the forefront. And this is real because, fellas, how many times, and we all been through it. And I know, you know, might be in relationships. This is the past. I'm talking about the past. You meet a joint and you know damn well this bitch ain't good for you. She got a fat ass, but you know. Am I right or wrong? Huh?
Yeah, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you put your own peace to the side because you want shorty to be in your life. So I'll continue, then we could get into it. Experts believe this change is driven by a deeper awareness of mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month too, and the emotional toll that comes with dating someone solely based on attraction. That's so true. Men are increasingly valuing kindness, calm communication, and support over superficial standards. Peace is becoming the new luxury in relationship. Question. She's a dime, but she's a pain in the ass. Do you run with it?
No.
New Marksman.
And you know what?
No.
No. You remember that song? Poison?
Oh,
What they said back in the day?
Never trust a big butt and a smile.
that's a classic,
So, I
too.
mean, man, they've been saying this shit for years, my
For
brother.
years, bro.
For years, it's been getting put out. But, you know, us as men, like you said, we attracted to shit
We're
like that.
slaves to our sexual drive, killer.
Yeah, so, you know,
It is
all
what
the
it
blood
is.
leaves the brain and you get stupid.
This culture shift could reshape dating norms for the next generation, highlighting the importance of shared values and mutual understanding while attraction still matters. Men making it clear that peace of mind is the new standard they're not willing to compromise. This is one thing that I'll say, fellas. If shorty can't make me laugh, right? And we can't bug out. I don't give a fuck what she look like, man. Real talk.
Yeah. We gotta have some type of chemistry.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Some type of chemistry.
Hell yeah, bro. You got to. How you gonna sit there with some joint that ain't making you laugh? And you just sitting there. But so what? What you do after you smash?
Right.
The mic went off.
Your mic went off? All right, we're going to get that fixed.
All right.
You want to move over?
You good? You can hear it? All right, we
good.
straight like 88. Little difficulties. That's so true, right? You know what it is? Sometimes if you meet a bad little shorty, right? You meet a baddie and you so into her, right? But then it gets to the point where the conversation is dry. You're not feeling the vibe. Even when you smash shorty, it's like, go ahead, leave. And that's the worst feeling in the world sometimes. Because you probably like the John. You might like smashing, but you don't like her as a person.
Yeah, it's bad for you and her when it's like that.
Right, man.
What kind of shit is that, bro?
Yo, chemistry is everything, bro.
It is.
Chemistry is everything, man. Chemistry is everything.
Yeah, I'd rather have chemistry than anything else.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. That's so true. That's so true. I want to bring up a subject that is dear to my heart, and there's a lot of it's a little serious, but but I want to dive into it. All right, over Memorial Day weekend, there was a lot of violence in the city, fellas. A lot of violence.
Definitely was.
The shore, there was some stabbings. There was a lot of shit going on. Fairmont Park, 2 people were deleted. At least 9 others, including several teenagers, were injured in a mass shooting in Philadelphia Fairmont Park on Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Investigators say that it was a large gathering of young people near Lemon Hill Drive and Sedgley Drive around 10 p.m. on Monday, May 26th, where shots were fired. Over 50 shots were fired.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Sad.
We can't even go to cookouts anymore,
Bro.
man.
Sad.
I ain't gonna lie, man. If the cookout ain't in the back of somebody's crib that I know, I ain't even going.
Right, bro.
Yeah, you really can't go to no wide open ones.
I'm not even going to a block party, man.
Nah,
the way
I ain't
shit is.
doing it. This
You know
fucking
how they
crazy.
say we outside? You know what
I don't even
I'm
take
inside.
jobs. I don't even take jobs doing stuff like that.
No.
Just because of that.
Oh,
Like,
you won't take it?
hell no, man. I'm too old for any of that bullshit. I ain't even trying to run.
What? Got the,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got
bro.
all my gear and shit. You know what I mean? I'm
gotta
be the
be
only one left back trying to pack my shit up before I
Right,
get
because
off
you
the
ain't trying to
block.
leave your shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I'm not even trying to put myself in a situation where I can risk thousands and thousands of equipment.
Right.
Thousands
Your
of
life.
dollars. Yeah, and my life.
or your life.
Honestly, I don't care about that, man.
What you mean, Killer? What you talking
I
about?
care about my gear.
Not your life. What the fuck? What is he talking about?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it. No. I care about my life, but like when I think of like if anybody ever asked me to do a block party, I've had that recently, man. I've even turned down some prom send off jobs.
Oh, damn,
Where
really?
people, where I'm like, nah, that neighborhood
Yeah, I feel you.
kind of
risky.
nutty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the people are cool, but I don't know what's going on in that hood.
Right,
I don't know what's going on in that block.
That's maturity, bro. You know, you don't. A lot of times, you know, so they say not all money's good money. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
you gotta go with your gut too, man.
Absolutely.
Your gut tells you everything.
Oh, for sure. You
When
get that
feel
feeling.
bro,
Yeah.
Don't go.
Yeah,
Don't go.
man. So 9 people did. So the commissioner said it was rapid fire. They got the guns that are specially made, right?
Oh yeah, no, they
with the
said-
switches,
they said
right?
they had a switch on it.
Yeah, the ghost guns, and they got the switch, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
the
the
switch
switch.
on to make it
That
pop.
dumb.
Now, I want to dive into this, fellas. Me and you talked about this plenty of times, Brown, but I want to know, do you hold parents accountable when it comes to this? Like, if your child's out here wilding out, shooting up people, can you hold the parents accountable?
I mean, on situations like that, I can't really say that because these kids can get these guns from anywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
They're printed guns.
They're making them, yeah.
They're printed guns.
That's crazy.
So it's like,
That's crazy.
can't really, the parent could do but so much, bro.
Yeah, you right. You right about that. There's only so much a parent can do. Like today, when I was doing my mentoring, I'm doing mentoring at engineering science
Nice.
at Carver High School, and we were talking about the expected privacy that parents should give their kids.
Right.
Like, is it right for a parent to go in a room and start searching the kid's room?
That's a great question, bro.
Because anything can happen. So we put the kids in a situation like, say, all right, you don't have a ladder, a pole, a gun, or nothing, but your homie is going through something, and he talking about, look, I gotta go to school. I don't want to hold this ladder. Can you hold it in your crib for me real quick? Then something happened. Now whose fault is it? Now your parents are paying it. They
Absolutely.
pay. So is it right for the parent to go in the room?
I
unannounced
believe,
and check?
yeah. I believe, yeah, because
saying?
you're under their roof, man. And
But then there's also an expected line of privacy that you shouldn't
Privacy,
cross. But then who gets to draw that line?
Right.
Like, is it different, like going through your phone than going through your shit in the crib?
well, I believe if there's a risk where you could lose your crib, right? Because if they raid the house and there's a lot of shit in there, you could lose your home. And let's face it, we know a lot of people that work their ass off to get a home, right? It's not like we grew up in neighborhoods where buying a house was easy. So my belief, my opinion, bro, you got a kid, you know he wilding out, you smelling him, he ain't funny.
Oh, yeah, I'm checking
right?
that. Now
I'm checking that room. I'm checking that
Now
room.
I'm checking, but it's just like sometimes when people have great kids, good kids, and they
Right.
be in situations like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, hold this for me.
Right.
You got a bigger house. Yo, my mom be.
Right.
Can you hold this? Can you?
My
hold
peoples
that? So
don't
they
check
do
the
that
room,
type-
right.
Yeah. So
Or-
why would your parents check?
But then also you got those parents who are great parents. It might be a single parent, but they outnumbered by the streets and all the influence that's on their kid. And then they have a kid who's wilding, and yeah, you know my kid is wilding, but then I'm scared to report my kid.
Right, you don't want to lose your kid.
I don't want to lose him, but then I'm also scared of my actual kid.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's kids that take the parents out.
Yeah.
Oh, there's mad parents out there that's scared to even counsel their kids.
So what do you do, man? Like, think about that, right? So if you're in that situation, you take the risk of letting the kid ride, or you say, you know what, I'm gonna report, because there's parents that will report their own child. Because my people's, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My people said that to me at a young age. If you hurt innocent people, I'm reporting you.
Yeah.
Real talk. I know it's cold, but they didn't want that beef coming home. Yeah, that was the number one thing. Don't bring that beef home. You know what I mean?
But you growing up, even though they were telling you that, and you was doing the little dumb shit you was doing, you growing up had a certain level of respect for your parents. These days, these kids think they run the world.
And they're entitled.
They are, and then they know that there's laws and authority that agree with them to a certain extent. Well, oh, you violated my privacy, or you know, or you're triggering me, and this and that, and it's crazy. Like,
back in the day,
I wish it was a day when you could just smack a kid. And
right?
Tell
Oh my God! Back in the day, you get smacked. They terrorize your room and hang you off the balcony, bro.
All of us here got hit or something, especially smacked up in front of your homies and something. Like your mom come and smack you up, like what?
That was a norm in my home, bro.
I got ass whoopings that traumatized me.
You still shaking about that?
To this day, I still think of them Jones, dog. And there's certain things I won't do because of them ass whoopings. I ain't even making that shit up, nigga. It was crazy.
Right now, we're living in a time where these cookouts, like Marksman say he won't go. I won't go either. People say, you don't come outside. No. I'm inside. So it's a shame that you can't enjoy life like you used to. You know, you have to really be aware of your surroundings. Now there's apps. I don't know if you know that tell people where the danger zones are. Yeah. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that.
How the fuck do they know that?
Yeah, they do. The crime rate. You
even got to be scared of the sanctioned events, like not alone these little block parties and little, you know, back alley get-togethers and little club joints, but you could be at an event downtown at City Hall, like one of these silent parties they be having,
and shit pop off.
Some bullshit pop off. Because it's happened already.
It's true. It's true.
It do go down.
So you just gotta be careful. You gotta pick and choose where you go, and if I'm gonna go somewhere, it's gotta be for a purpose. Like it's not just gonna be like, yo, let's just go over here to get drunk and and or you know, get a little drink on and chill for a bit. Nah, it's gotta be with a purpose.
And there's one thing that I go by. I always say, if you gotta take a gun, if let's say you wanna go to a party, and I gotta go grab my shit, I ain't gonna go because I'm already saying in my mind there's something going on there that I gotta take my gun with me.
Yeah,
so
and it's crazy that he bring this story up because just last week I was in Fairmount Park with my shorty, just having a regular ass picnic, dog.
Bro, life has changed, man. Life ain't what it used to be. It ain't as simple as it used to be, folks. You know what I mean?
Not at all, brother.
Not at all. Yo, let's have some fun with this subject. I want to bring this up, and I want you guys to chime in. Do you guys know who Travis Hunter is?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Damn. You gonna start this?
I'm gonna go there, Marksman and Brown. I gotta go there. Yeah, we gotta spice it up. We gotta spice it up.
It's crazy. I always told myself I don't ever want to speak on this because
you don't have to. You don't
crazy.
Listen.
Go ahead. What you want to talk about?
The NFL player Travis Hunter, which everyone knows he used to play for Colorado with Dion, has gotten married. All right. Congrats to the young man. To fiance Lina de la Fuente. Hey, pana ella, so pava te jodiste. They got engaged in February 2024. The wedding took place in the spring of 2025. They met in college, Collins Hill High. No, they met in Collins High School and then in Sweeney College in Georgia. Dating throughout Hunter College career, Jackson State, Colorado. It's not bad enough that he married her. He married her with no prenup.
I know.
The question is this. These are the three factors. I'm going to say the three factors, and then we'll go from there. She admitted it out in the open that he wasn't her type. I don't know how you feel about that. If your girl was to say, you're not my type, some people don't care, whatever. Second thing, when they were dating, he would drop her off at the party and sit in the car and wait for her. She partied the whole night.
I heard about that.
Yeah, that's what. You didn't know that, Marksman?
Yeah.
I'll say it again. So,
Wow.
yeah,
She was embarrassed to be seen with
good
him?
question.
Yep.
Now, this is what happened. They said that he would pick her and her girlfriends up, drop them off at the party. He'll fall asleep in the car till
Is he the
early in the
fucking
morning.
butler? Or is he the chauffeur butler?
He was the Uber driver. All
Wow.
right. So these are the things that he would go through with her. And then last but not least, when he won the Heisman Trophy, Dion had the reminder to stand up because when they called his name, she was sitting nonchalant. Dion tapped her and was like, yo, stand up, show love. And she was like forced to stand up and show the man love.
Yeah.
Like she wasn't spontaneously happy for him. When you're winning an award, she should have been the first one standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? She just picked up on his talent.
Yeah.
She know this dude was gonna be a millionaire.
Well,
I'm sorry. It's
The
what it
rumor
is.
has it that he was DMing her for a long time. She didn't pay him no mind. One of her girlfriends said, "Yo, you know who that is?"
Wow.
When she found out who it was, that's how. So the story goes, everybody's shitting on this kid. My question to you guys is, in a situation like this, I say to this guy, look, the damage is done. You married her, no prenup. You're gonna have to learn on your own.
Oh, he gonna learn.
Do you think it's fair that everybody's trashing him, saying, "Yo, you married a smut"?
I mean, it's not that they trashing him. They're just trying to tell him something. Cause I noticed that even celebrities are coming out and like, yo, bro, like, listen, I
tripping.
know all about this shit, bro. She not the one.
Right.
She not the one. And it's just like, he went about it the way he did. Now they ain't got no prenup, and he gonna have to pay up. He gonna have to pay up.
Well,
it's gonna happen.
I think that the writing's on the wall.
I think she gonna Shawnee him.
Yeah.
Explain a little.
Shawnee, like Shawnee did Shaq.
Right.
Give him a couple kids,
Yeah.
make sure that check up, and then bounce.
Yeah.
It's an investment.
Yeah, she had a game plan and is working to plan.
He look happy though.
He looks very happy, aren't they all? Aren't they all, killer? They're always happy in the
he look
beginning.
You see how happy he was when he was dancing with
I
that
know, he looked
reception?
goofy as shit. He looked goofy in the motherfucker.
Yo, he did look goofy as shit.
He looked goofy as
They
shit.
they was comparing them to what's the John name?
Oh, from
Living
Jamie
Color?
Foxx?
Yeah. What's the short? I forgot.
Wanda?
The one Jamie
To Wanda from
Foxx.
Living
Yeah, bro.
Color?
They was comparing it to him, bro.
Wow.
You ain't see those memes?
The memes are going crazy, Marksman.
They
I
blasting
ain't
him.
see that. He do look like that little. Dang. that's
Yo,
crazy.
bro. Hell of a player.
Speaking of sports, yo, have you guys been watching the NBA playoffs? It's funny because for a while I stopped watching the NBA. I got tired of it.
Yeah, I've been watching it.
You've been watching. This year has been good, and I like it because the teams that are in the playoffs are teams that you're not expecting.
Exactly. It's a whole different thing going
on. A whole
on.
different ball game. OKC's balling right now. They're up 3-1. Indiana's up 3-1. Who wins if those two teams meet in the finals?
If Indiana OKC,
Yeah, who wins that?
I got OKC.
You like
taking it.
OKC? Who you like, Brown?
Yeah.
I got Indiana.
You like Indiana?
Nah, I think
I
OKC
got
too
Indiana.
deep, man.
They deep, but I don't know. It's just something about Indiana, the way they come out of nowhere and they just start doing shit.
But OKC, you know what? They got like two teams on one team, bro. The starters,
They
and
all
I mean
stacked
Indiana too. They run deep too. So pause. I don't want to get too crazy
We
with
need to
it.
put a button here.
I know what Pachardo said. Pachardo said
He
that
said it was a 2-hour.
it's a 2-hour window. Did you hear the Pachardo, John? Yeah, he got a rule. He got a new rule, man.
He
It's a
said
2-hour
something
window.
about we could say something. We could talk crazy shit for 2 hours, but you gotta announce it, something like that.
Right.
Like it's like a 2-hour joint when you're allowed to talk.
It's like a
and then
time
you gotta
frame and
say
shit.
pause.
Fuck out of here, man. That's the shit you made up.
Yo, speaking of sports, did you guys hear about Anthony Edwards, the basketball player from the Minnesota Timberwolves?
Ant-Man.
Yes. I just bought a sneaker.
You got a sneak. So let's
Fire.
discuss this. Let's see how you guys feel about this. So he had a child with a woman that he wasn't really dating, wasn't his girl. Might have been a one-night stand. Who knows? She gets pregnant. There's text messages of him saying, look, I don't want the baby, yada, yada, yada. They get into it. He makes a decision to pay the woman off. I'm not sure if it was $1 million. It might have been over $1 million. Is that something you guys would do if your money was up there, you met a woman, you get her pregnant, you don't want nothing to do with her? Would you pay her off? Marksman, you start first.
It depends. Like the context got everything to do with it. Like, did I meet her with intentions of getting with her, or did I meet her knowing it was gonna be a one night stand and the shorty trapped me or something? You know what I'm saying? So
if you feel she traps you, you'll do that. You'll pay the.
and I got the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I am.
Brown.
I mean, my whole thing is that you say he ain't really like her like that.
Well, the story goes that
it goes with context.
Well, the story goes that he was just smashing shorty. It was a jump off. It was a jump
my whole
off.
thing is,
man.
why you going dumping her, dog?
Yeah, that's what they do. They don't
That's
do condoms.
socio, nigga. How you gonna dump in a joint that you just ain't even? I ain't really feeling this bitch, but I'm a
no,
dumping
the
her.
thing is, what if she put a hole in the condom?
Right,
They do that?
right.
What?
They
Yeah,
did.
come
Yo, remember
on,
Kanye used to? Who
man.
was it used to put hot sauce
You
in the
hear this
condom?
nigga?
Who was it? Somebody.
Who?
After
Hold
Drake,
on,
I think
hold on.
Drake. After he used the condom, he put like hot sauce or
in
some
it.
shit. Remember that?
Because the shorty tried to go in the bathroom and get the condom so she can get herself
Right.
So my man walk around with some hot sauce in his pocket.
Yeah. No, you know what? There was a
I know
show.
a lot of niggas do that anyway.
That's hood. That's real hood for
Got
you.
the little Tabasco
No, I
on
saw a show where the girl would get the guy knocked out. The athlete, she'll get the guy knocked out, and then after he was knocked out, she'll get somebody to come in with this little freezer case, grab the condom from the jar from the trash can. They put it in the freezer and freeze the sperm. Then get the girl to inseminate the sperm, and then they get pregnant.
No,
bro.
man, that's crazy.
Oh, I see.
fuck out.
Yeah,
We can't be
real
doing
shit,
that.
real shit.
First of all,
Them
what
bitches
type
need to
of-
go to jail.
Exactly. And what type of connect she got that a motherfucker
Well,
come in with a little freezer
it's
like, yo, I just knocked him out. Come
Right.
in and say, we gonna get this money, motherfucker. Like, what kind of connection she got?
Listen, it's an organization, bro. They do that type of shit.
Whoa, an organization.
There was an organization
They
in the
got
show.
an LLC? These motherfuckers gotta incorporate it.
Yeah, they single out millionaire athletes. They put some in their drink, ball smash. He throws the condom away, and the girl come gets the condom. Bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's called Got Him LLC. Yeah, Got Him.
That's a
Got
market in the hand,
him.
That's vicious, bro.
Bro, this is listen.
No, but not for nothing. They have coaches that come into these athletes
yeah,
specifically to warn them about these females and the schemes that's out there.
that's a lot of schemes. You don't think these girls that come from nothing
But he ain't shit though. He ain't shit for willingly going out there, knowing this is gonna happen. Plus, he got like 6 baby moms already.
young. Well, how old is he? 23.
Anthony?
Yeah.
Ah, pues no.
Ya está demasiado.
Yeah, I mean,
Amárrate
that's
eso,
why.
cabrón.
That's why I think he paid, because he like put a cap. Like, I only want 6 kids. Everybody else gotta get paid.
Right.
Now that he said, because I ain't know all that. I would
see?
have paid her off.
You see what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
No,
That's why
That's too
context.
much, huh?
No, but context is crazy
Absolutely.
important. You can't sit here and just be like, oh, he just paid this girl. He had sex with this girl, had a child, and paid her off. What kind of man is he?
Well, I'm glad you said that.
explain all the backstory, then yeah.
But
a lot of times, men don't get that explanation. It's
Right.
just the straight up, oh, this what happened. Like, damn, it's fucked up.
But what do you say to the people that the argument is there's a child out there that has to live with a single mom, and we all know the numbers when it comes to a lot of single moms. A lot of the kids don't turn out to be great kids. So
First
what's
of all,
the
the
argument?
mom-
Hold on, let me finish real
Okay,
quick.
go ahead.
What's the argument if somebody was to say, well, now that kid doesn't have a father? He might have the nice clothes, he might go to a nice school, but he doesn't have that man in the house. What's your argument then?
But that's just like the scenario we talking about is a big if, because she gonna go out there and
get a man.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Stepdaddy gonna have to step in.
Maybe she'll go to church and recover.
And become a what?
A recovering whore.
Bro, we in trouble now. Hey.
Bro,
God, bro.
don't even bring this shit up, my nigga. Let's skip this.
No, but for real though, like that's what happened, man.
That's
Like,
what happened.
he got all them babies, and he got tired and said, "I'm gonna pay," and don't care what the public think about him. And you can kind of tell that he definitely don't care what nobody think, because even in his interviews, he's got that like I don't want to say like he act like his shit don't stink, but he just real confident.
Right.
Who,
right.
Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. But back to that. I still think Indiana's gonna win it.
You switched that up real good,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Boy, that was a good switch. He's
Indiana's
good.
gonna
This
win it.
guy's
Yeah,
good.
but
boy.
that'd be a good series though.
Because that's what we started talking about.
Yeah.
You know, It gets like that.
Get like that. All right, fellas, I got a list here of the most grossed money in rap tours. All right, so if you was to guess who generated the most money in a rap tour, only rap, when it comes to rap music, what would your guess be?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is in there. He's in the top 5.
No, Tech 9.
Tech 9, no. I'm gonna name them. You ready? All right.
Wait. The most in a Drake?
Drake is definitely up there. Rap concerts. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. That's
DMX.
DMX is not on there.
Nah.
What?
Tours. This is when it comes to tours.
Touring.
Oh, hold on.
Touring.
Hold on.
Is Wiz Khalifa on there?
No, he's
How about Tyler, the Creator?
Tyler's not
Tyler's not on there?
Nope.
Drake definitely be
Drake is
touring.
definitely on there.
So
Drake.
who is it, bro?
All right, let's get to it. All right, so let's go. The big stepper Kendrick Lamar is at 6 with 111 million. This is gross. This is money after everything's paid off. This is the money they made. All right. At number 5, the Grand National Kendrick Lamar again with SZA. All right, that's where. So back to back.
That joint's still going on.
Yeah, so that could be even higher.
These are So basically, this isn't the actual artist.
This is the tour.
This is just what tour made the most
Right,
money.
exactly. Rap
Not
tour.
the artist that's most touring.
The tour.
What one tour made the most money? Okay, that's
right.
crazy.
So then Circus Maximus from Travis Scott, 209 million.
That's actually the one that claimed the life.
Didn't
that claim a life, and he had like lawsuits
they
out
had a
in
bunch of
Vegas or
lawsuits.
something.
Yep.
Somebody died.
They were wilding.
They were wilding now. Number 2, On the Run tour, Jay-Z and Beyonce, $254 million.
On the Run, that was their first tour together, right?
That's crazy, yeah. That was there.
Wow.
That's big money, bomb. And then number 1, Drake, it was all a blur with $321 million off that.
That's a lot of chicken,
What?
dog.
That had to be a world tour.
Yeah, it's a world tour, Pop.
was a lot of chicken.
That's a lot of chicken. So no matter what you say about Drake, Pop, Jesus Christ, the ball getting that gwizza, man.
He out there cashing in.
Cashing in. All right, listen, I got this subject.
Russ ain't on there because he keep a lot of that bread. He his own everything. He
Who's
ain't
this,
signed
Russ?
to no label.
Russ,
He ain't, yeah.
I don't know if it's not on here at all.
Millions.
Yeah, but you don't really go on like world
Tours. I mean, this is
What?
probably like baseball stadiums. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, Russ be selling out stadiums
Does
and
he?
anything. Yeah.
Well, he's not on here, so maybe the
Damn,
numbers.
that's crazy.
That's crazy. All right, I got a subject here that I want you guys to talk about because I like this type of this question here. Studies show that highly intelligent people don't need many friends to be happy.
Oh, that's word.
That's
I ain't got a lot
word.
of friends. I'm
Yeah,
happy as
that's
shit.
something, bro.
That's true, though.
That's so true.
You
Let
ain't
me
got
read
time
this real
for
quick.
that.
So, a study
definitely
in
ain't
the
got
British
time for
Journal of
bullshit.
Psychology uncovered an unexpected link between intelligence and happiness. While frequent social interactions tend to boost life satisfaction, for most people, the opposite holds true for those with higher intelligence. And it's funny because the older I've gotten, the less people. My circle's so small now, bro.
Yeah.
It's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
When
be
you're
like that,
younger,
man.
you got a bunch of people around you. You get older, you're like,
My circle crazy small, and then I feel the same way about even going out, like we talked about earlier, going out to social events. I pick and choose where I go, and
right.
like 9 times out of 10, if you see me at a social event, it's because I'm working.
You
that
making
joint.
money.
Yeah.
You know what? Brown brought this up to me once, and he was like, "Yo, we got to get out there." And I said, "Brown, I don't mind getting out there, but it has to be for a reason that is going to help
A purpose.
this business here." You know, and
yeah.
listen, I get it. You know, the
You
girls and the fun
networking
time.
and-
I got to be networking, and Brown does a good job because you be out there and you be hearing a lot of the information that's coming from the streets. What,
From different people.
What are
like
you hearing
different-
from out there?
I get a lot of good feedback, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's
of
good.
course, we got people who's gonna question certain things, but the feedback,
It's
the good
really
feedback,
overall is good.
bro. Great, real good. People telling me ideas.
Right.
You know, of course, they're almost gonna get that. Questions they think I should ask. It's all good shit though, man.
all
And the
good
one
shit.
thing that I like about it is that they're always saying, keep doing what y'all doing.
We got this is
That
episode
right there is
13.
important. That's important. You know what I
It's
mean?
important, man. Now, I wanted to ask you guys this question because a lot of Latinos want to know if it came down to Puerto Rico becoming a state, would you move out there?
To Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have been moved out there. Man.
Yeah, really? How about you? How about you, Mike?
They don't gotta be a state.
No.
Like, I move out that motherfucker right now.
I couldn't, and the reason why I couldn't because the weather. I can't do the heat all year round.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm scared of the weather.
That
bro.
weather,
That's
bitch.
the only thing to get me out there, bro.
No, and then when you get them tornadoes or whatever they get out there,
I could deal with that.
you can deal with that.
Yeah, them
You
people-
can?
The big floods they be having, bro.
Bro, them people been on that island for
Them
centuries.
people.
Damn people.
I'll get used
The
to it,
mosquitoes
bro.
gonna eat you
Got
up,
your-
Nah, I'm good, man.
I be out there
they got
fucking
off.
floating and shit.
They got off.
Yo, some dickhead white boy tried to poison a coqui, bro, because he
Oh, I
said,
heard about that.
What?
"Oh, you ain't hear about
Yeah,
that? It's a
no.
big
Killing the
story.
coquis and all
Trying
that.
to kill the coquis because
Why?
he said that it was interrupting his piece. He said he came out there. Yo, this dickhead. I'm surprised they didn't kill
Interrupting
him.
his piece?
They gonna get
Yo, this
go.
He was
nut
on a
ass boy.
video doing this?
Yeah, no, well, some one of the Boricuas out there took a video of him talking about it.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, I can't get no piece to coquis. So the boy was trying to explain to him
That's the
history,
island, bro.
right? The history behind this.
Bro.
Bro, what would you do if you ran into somebody like that?
Me? I don't even want to say it, 'cause then
We don't condone violence. We don't condone
know-
violence
we know
here.
what that
We don't
means
condone
when a nigga
violence
say
here.
me.
They gonna run that
You
video
talking about
back and be
me?
like, look, that's the
Yeah.
ball right there.
Yeah.
See, look at young boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do that.
I don't understand when people go to another island not learning the culture, bro. It's like you go to Japan, read up a little on Japan, figure out what ticks them off, what's offensive, right? It's like when the boys from Delaware, you remember this story? They went to Puerto Rico, they went to cop. I don't know if you heard about this. They went to cop weed and they went to
La Perla.
La Perla.
when it was filming.
And the boy told him, Pop, don't take no pictures.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the boy from Delaware is like, fuck out of here. Yo, they cut his head off.
He was gone.
Cut his head off.
Yeah,
So
it happens,
when
bro.
you go
Anywhere
to
you
these
go.
islands and you respect the culture,
And
bro,
it's
respect
crazy
the
how
people.
close. It's crazy how close La Perla is to
The tourists.
all the tourists.
Right.
be.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
It's
right
just
there.
one little ramp,
Yeah.
one little street that goes down, and it's
Yep.
like, what?
That's just crazy, bro.
It's
Right
like
on the
when
side.
people say they go to California and they get food because a lot of dudes go out there, palm trees is nice and it's gangsters everywhere. That's where we talked about this all the time. That's wherever you go, it look nice, but you don't know that's the trenches.
don't know what's
bro.
going on.
You don't know
there,
what's
bro.
going on
And
over
that's,
there.
It's anywhere in the world is like that, bro. You gotta watch where
Right.
you at. You gotta act a certain way.
Respect,
because if
man.
not,
You
You don't
gotta
know what's going
respect,
on
bro.
over there. They might not like the color green.
Right. Remember when the
You
Eagles
over
played in
there-
Brazil?
You over there with the Eagle shirt.
Right. They said, yo, you get murdered for that out there or delete it. Delete it.
Delete it. There you go.
Delete it, man. It is what it is.
Yo, what's going on with Trump and these tariffs on the iPhones? Did you see what's going
Yeah,
on? with
well,
No, what's going-
there's so much going
so
on with
basically, he wants to charge a 25% tariff if they're not being made in
In the
America.
U.S.,
Yeah.
that. Rough.
they're gonna cost that much anyway if they made in America.
Yeah, the next one I think is like
Niggas, he ain't
$2,000
tryna
now.
Yeah, yeah.
The new one.
Yeah, it went up.
It went up. It's like $2,000 now.
And what you think? People won't buy it?
Nah, not me.
I don't know,
I'ma stay
man.
with my joint till it
Americans.
stop.
Cut you off monthly.
I'm gonna stay with my John till it stop updating.
Yeah, that's what they do to
They're
you.
gonna
though.
force your ass to get one.
Yeah.
I think they will because we're just, man. Listen, man, we're slaves to retail, bro. We just like this type of shit. People rather not eat
People
and
like-
have a cell phone, bro.
People just want new things.
Yeah.
New
All the new
things,
shit that
man.
came
New
out,
things,
bro.
man. And they know it.
So they could be like, hey,
Look
you
at
ain't
me.
up on this.
Right,
Pull your
absolutely.
phone out and, oh, what's that new iPhone? Yeah.
Bro, we live for this, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
You know I
Yeah.
do. You know
Nah,
I do.
I got 1,000 megapixels on my shit.
Right. Right. You got to remember, look, I heard this once and it's so true, bro. This white boy told me, the United States is not a country, it's a business, bro.
It is.
Sometimes we forget. Think about how we wake up, how wired we are to go make money. There's places in the world, people wake up, their day is not focused on just go, and making money.
You know what
You know what I'm
happens to me
saying?
when
This
I
is the
wake
way
up?
it is.
You know what happens to me when I wake up and I'm not making money? I get depression.
Press, of course.
That shit is serious. Bro.
Because there's a timeline, there's a goal, and there's a metric. Okay, I'm used to living this certain lifestyle. I got to make this much
Yeah.
to live this lifestyle. Marx just said it earlier how he can't go places if he's not networking and making money because his minds are, this is how we live. We've been raised this way. We live in the United States. There's other places in the country where you can sit in a maca all day and eat mangoes. You could do that some places.
Oh my God, that's the life right there. dog. A maca,
Shit.
eating some mango,
Listening to music.
aguacate right off the little palito.
Diablo.
Damn.
You hit piñones up, go get some patelillos.
Come on, Mark.
You know what I mean?
Give me the piñones, hit some acapulco.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yo,
What?
That's as real as it can get.
How about them big ass bacalaitos they got? You ever seen
Them
them?
Jones be the size of your motherfucking chest, man. That shit crazy how big
Yo,
they are.
is it me or the liquor in Puerto Rico?
It's different.
Oh, it's different.
Stronger,
Absolutely.
man.
It is.
Is it me? Yeah, y'all
Nah,
the same
it
weight,
is,
right?
it is,
You think
it
it's
is.
you think it's because it's sitting in the hot weather?
Nah, bro. It's just because
a sugar.
the spirit of the island is in you.
Yeah, you
You mad
relax.
relaxed. You in your
Yeah,
zone.
that's really what it is,
and
man.
shit hits
Real.
you harder. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
No, he's so right, bro.
Yeah, it's just a moment.
Yo, you get out of that pool. Yo, it's crazy. I got another subject. This is a hot take. All right, it's a hot take. There's something called a passport bro. Do you guys know what a passport bro
yeah,
is?
definitely, yeah.
Brown, you know what a passport?
passport bro.
You know what that is?
Never heard of
All
it.
right,
What?
I'm gonna bring
No,
it
I
up.
ain't never heard of it, bro.
You never heard of a pack? Come on, man.
a passport bro?
Yeah, you never heard of it?
Passport bro. That's a
Hold on,
motherfucker
hold
that
on.
got a passport.
Hold on, is that them niggas be going around like?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about them.
All right,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I got into a discussion with somebody, and I want to bring it up to you guys. And he was trying to convince me to go and do this. And this is what I said. And this is me. I don't need to travel to get bitches. I never did. And when I have traveled, I always pull bitches off on merit. He was trying to convince me that he gets all these bitches. And my argument is this, and passport bros, please don't kill me for this. You can't get points for prostitution. Am I right or am I wrong? Now,
If you buying this shit.
right. So you
buying it.
arguing with me because you smashed 1,000 girls that you paid for. In my mind, that's not points on getting women.
No.
Now
I've
the passport
never paid
bros.
for no pussy.
Nah, you don't do those, man.
Nah.
Hand to hand. you
At
know.
all.
At all. Now we do pay in other areas,
Bitch, please.
Yeah.
but hand to hand, I can't
hand
do
to
it.
hand, that shit is nah. It don't make no.
So
sense.
you don't believe in prostitution?
Nah. Hell no.
Fuck no. Prostitution.
Fuck no. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. And if somebody openly tell me that they into prostitution, I stay away from that
Right,
nigga. Because
right.
to me, you dirty, man.
Not only that, man.
You don't give a fuck about yourself. I know you definitely don't give a fuck about no nasty shit going on around me. You just gonna keep.
Well,
your
you
mouth
saw the
shut.
report recently. I hate
no,
to scare
it's
you guys.
vicious. No,
You
it's
see the
not.
report in
The
the Dominican
AIDS
Republic?
report in Philly?
Yeah, in Philly? No,
And Dominican Republic?
Dominican
Oh,
Republic.
it's rampant.
Papa was like 80,000.
You ain't
It's
scared me.
rampant over
You know
there,
why?
bro.
I ain't fucking none of them hoes.
Yo,
Me
how
either.
you?
Me
Yo,
either.
how you
No.
going out there?
I would be scared to be a passport
me too.
bro.
I don't even want to touch them.
But I know a lot of passport bros that ain't just going out there just to fuck bitches. I know people that got their passport because they don't have a problem getting women. They just tired of the type of women
Right,
that they
right.
coming to fuck.
That's another angle. That's a great angle.
But ain't a lot of them. Most of the people is doing what Eli said.
Absolutely. And this is what I tell people because I was having this conversation with the boy and I said, look, he said, well, look, you don't trust women over here, so why not grab a woman from out there and bring her here and marry her? And I said, the problem with that is when she get hooked to the game out here,
man.
what's she going to do, Brown? She going to...
No, I want to have.
Nah.
You remember that motherfucker Eddie Murphy?
Yeah,
John, right?
fucking
When he bring
what was
the
her
joint out here.
name? Lulu, Zuzu, whatever.
Listen.
Fucking Fufu.
Yeah.
Now
So
she wants half.
It go down.
Yo,
dog.
when you bring her from Colombia, Dominican Republic, and Shamika from down the way or Maria from down the way, be like, bitch.
No, they train 'em.
They train them.
Yeah, they Americanize them.
American. That's
What?
the word.
That's what's
the
wrong. Once they come over here, that's why. Remember we was growing up, they used to tell you, yo, buscate una jibarita de la isla. She mad respectful, this and that. But as soon as you bring Shorty over here and she get accustomed to the ways over here,
This is
what
Jules.
happens?
Listen, this is
Americanized.
Jules.
You know what happens, right? She go from making the platanos off the John to buying the
to
bag
buy
and
them
shop
from the
right.
chinos.
They teach it, bitch. Why you fucking
Right, you
go
cooking
buy
for
the
'em?
bag?
Right.
My noodles.
That's crazy. That's
They
crazy.
got the Goya.
Right. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. You know, look, I listen, I'm not knocking the passport bros because at the end of the day, you do what you do. Me personally, I can't do the passport bro thing because if we all go out and we're going to travel, I'm traveling to have fun. Now, if I meet a shorty and it goes down, it goes down. The hand exchange, I can't do it. I can't do it because I've had success. I've had success not doing it. Why would I start doing it?
Yeah.
Again, I'm not knocking the passport bros. Get down with that.
Yeah, ain't no such thing as no hand to hand. Not in my life.
That shit crazy.
right.
Shit, I've been done with that.
That shit
No,
wow.
we can't do
Yo, I got something I wanna
Bring it up.
I want. It's way off what we was talking
It's all
about.
good.
But,
No worries.
That's cool.
you know about like gentrification, right, in the
Yeah, yeah.
neighborhoods and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, how y'all feel about the gentrification of the sneaker world? And I'm saying, like, you know, when we was growing up, yeah, Jordans was the new and pricey Jones. They was like a bean though.
Yeah.
But now, if you want to get something that's the retro scene, I think the resale market, and all these like creators and like hype brands, I think they kind of damage it for our people, the black and brown communities, because we used to be able to afford them Jones and not be hurt. Like now, like you got to spend like $400 or $500.
Easy. It's a resale.
And who got that? Like people getting in arguments and motherfuckers make
deletion.
That's what I'm saying. Deletion.
They fucking everything up, bro. You go.
But what do you guys say about all the China situation? Because now everything's coming out that nothing is really authentic. A lot of these companies, what they do is they make them in China, send them to London or wherever, and they put the stamp on it and then sell them. So is anything that we buy real, bro? Like keep it a buck, or is it all made in China?
I'm just mostly everything is made in China. I'm just tired of our community creating a vibe or a product or a culture, and then it gets like commodified.
Yeah.
And like now it's this huge global commodity.
Yeah.
And nobody kind of respects it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Were just wearing them Jones because
but we don't get no respect as far as like we the one that birthed the culture. Like how the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I think at this point, what's going to have to happen is us becoming smarter in distribution. Right? Because everything is about distribution. So yes, we create the shit, but we don't put our money into distribution and getting it out there, marketing. And I think that's where we fail at, because these people come in. I don't want to be able to bring up who is coming in, but these people come in and they market it for us and they take our styles, but we don't do that. You know what I mean? We don't do it for ourselves. So I think that's the big case.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That they even doing some shit like that.
Right. All right, so that is what it is.
Yeah. So on another note, so they say when you text a person, the letter K is the most emotionally
unavailable. Yeah, it's disrespectful.
Text you could ever send somebody.
It's disrespectful.
I think it depends, man. I don't like it when a dude does it. If a girl does it, it's cool. I don't think nothing of it.
Right.
But if a dude does it, gay,
that's weird.
I think he gay.
Right.
Yeah,
That's like me calling you and saying good night.
Right.
Sleep tight.
What?
Exactly. Like if I called you tonight, like, yo, man, we had a good show, man, on the podcast, man. I just want to say you good night, man. Sweet dreams, brother.
It is a little odd, bro. Hey.
How about good morning? Would you accept the good morning?
That's cool. You know what I'm saying?
Like if I be like, yo, good morning.
Yo,
good morning,
brother. Yeah, let's get
No,
this
that's what I did. That's the day. Hold on, wait a second.
That's getting me hyped.
No, I did that. I said, good morning, bro. Showtime today.
Nigga,
See you
don't ever
later.
tell me good night.
No, I said good morning. I said good morning. Showtime. Yo, showtime today. Yeah.
Don't ever tell me sweet dreams, sleep tight.
Nigga, cut it out. Cut it out.
You know what I mean? I hope you sleep well.
Sleep tight, nigga. Sleep tight.
Nigga,
Sleep
what?
tight.
That's gay on all type of reasons.
No, with me, I do a lot of good mornings because I'm communicating with a lot of people, right? So personal training clients, Brown, I say good morning, showtime. So I get my day started by interacting with everybody that I'm going to see that day. Yeah. Yo, we still on for, so I'm getting the conversation rolling. But the good night, I ain't doing that. No, I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, yes, sir. Yo, okay, so I got something, brother. I want to talk about this and see how you feel, right? So I'm going to spit it. U.S. will no longer recommend COVID shots for children and pregnant women. The Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy said healthy children and pregnant women no longer need to be vaccinated. Really, bro? Yeah. The announcement depends on the normal process for vaccine recommendation, which is handling by CDC. Before becoming part of Trump administration, Kennedy had long campaigned against the vaccination children to protect them from COVID. It warns that the youngest infants face higher risk of hospitalization, similar to those older adults. The move also throws insurance coverages of the vaccines for both groups into questions. So wait a second. So we was gagged with this whole COVID shit.
Yes, sir. That's why I ain't get shot up.
Marksman, what's your thoughts, man?
I ain't get shot up.
COVID shit,
I was totally against that.
I ain't gonna lie. I never got my shots. I had my card though.
Yeah, you had the little ghetto John. You went down the way.
No.
It was official tissue.
Yeah.
It was
don't give up the connect. Don't give up the connect.
No. I ain't gonna lie. I had that card too. That card got me to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I had a little special connect.
Oh, he got the connect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'll do it all.
Tiene que ser boricua este cabrón.
Yo, I want to ask y'all a question, man.
Talk to me, Papi.
I don't know what hood you live in, Eli.
I was
but
from Hunting Park.
Out
From
of
Hunting
all the
Park.
hoods, who you think got the best Chinese food spot?
Hunting Park. Six
What-
and
what-
Luzerne. Six and Luzerne.
Six and
Six and
Luzerne.
Luzerne. To me,
No,
my
you talking
opinion.
about where they make the bitem panado? and all
Yeah,
that?
pa.
They not the same. They moved.
Oh, they moved?
Yeah.
They moved. The Bolu moved to 8th
Yes,
and
sir.
Erie.
Eighth and
Okay.
Erie.
Eighth
Well,
and
all
Erie.
that- but
Okay.
that's a spot like we talked about earlier. I'll never go in there because somebody stay getting shot
No,
up. in that
listen,
joint.
that's a
Oh, Eighth
death
and
trap,
Erie?
bro. That's a death trap.
Across the street is the bar
Yeah,
right in
yeah,
the
yeah,
corner.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Oh
about.
my God, man!
What's-
I just
what's the-
passed through there the
what's
other day. And the cops was out there scattering
There
motherfuckers.
was
I'm
one,
like, damn.
one way in, one way out.
And bro, it be 1,000 people in a Chinese store because they
Papi
still be
poppin'.
flipping the
Of
bitem
course.
panado.
Oh, that shit's
What's your
poppin'.
favorite dish out of that Chinese store?
It be the bitem
That's my
panado
shit too.
with
That's my shit too.
totones,
Well, it used to be. It used
with
to be.
totones and shrimp fried rice. You can't. You
I
can't.
like the chicken wings. The chicken
can't-
wings always been
Chicken
on the
wing.
dime.
Like the chicken wing.
Yeah, the shrimp
I only
fried
went
rice.
there. I ain't gonna lie. I never had chicken wings from there. I only went there for the bitem
Chicken
panado.
wings is
I'm talking about
poppin'.
we've been going there since I was a buck.
I like the
30 years.
I like the bitem sao yao.
Y'all niggas making somebody hungry.
Yo, do you get heartburn when you eat those totones?
Hell yeah.
Nah,
I
not
do.
me.
Them jaws greasy as shit.
Bro, it's probably because I'm eating so much and then I start drinking. Bro, I get a knot in my chest that's out of this world.
Yo,
bro.
you guys haven't talked about barbers on any of your
Not at
podcasts,
all.
right?
I don't got any
What do
hair,
you
so I
think
can't talk about
what,
barbers.
What do y'all think about these
Expensive bar.
Expensive barbers.
I didn't even get it out.
I saw that. Hold on, wait. Hold
Damn.
on. But there's
About
a dude.
these prices.
No, there's a
nigga.
dude from Puerto Rico, Fat Boy. I don't know if you saw him. He was going through it with one of the podcasters because he said, "You guys that can't pay $100, $150 for a haircut because you broke, I don't want to fucking deal with you,
Come on, bro.
$150 for a haircut."
$50?
That's what he said. That's
My
what he
nigga,
said.
I can go in the bathroom
Right, shit.
with my $50 Jones and look, and my bitch be like, "Damn, you got a haircut?"
Damn.
Yeah, shorty.
How much is too much?
Right now, me, like I ain't gonna lie. When I started as a young boy, I was giving my barber $20 straight up. That's
remember
when,
that.
That's when haircuts was like $10, $11.
And what was
cheap.
the tip?
He keep the change.
It was all
Okay.
included. It was
I
all
just give him
All
a
right.
dub.
All right, dub.
And then that went to
Hold on, but
25.
how long ago was that? How long was
That, that was when I was in the 90s.
Yeah.
2000s, I started giving
So
$30.
50. So 50 now.
So now I give $50, $60.
Yeah,
Still-
dependent.
That's
But
still-
that's for a full haircut.
That's a full
period.
haircut.
But how about somebody like you? You get your hair done though, killer, right? Don't you get
But that's
braids?
what-
All I
No,
get is
he
a
got-
shape up.
Okay.
But Brown paying two people though. He paying a barber and then he
Yeah, and
paying
a
a
braider.
chick to braid his hair.
That's what I'm saying. What's the total on that?
It's up there.
Yeah, killer.
I mean, if you, it's up like a bean something.
Damn. How many? But how many times a month?
But that's why my
I mean,
man.
I get my haircut every like
but
2
Eli,
weeks.
Okay.
that's why my man ain't got no braids right now.
Yeah, shit fucked up right now.
Yo, we need donations, y'all.
That's
Cash
how
out
it
my
be, though.
man. We got
That's
to
how-
GoFundMe for
Like,
the
who's doing that
haircut.
on the regular? Like, I ain't gonna lie, females do that on the regular because the prices that female be paying for their hair,
No, it's
getting these
crazy.
wigs and like $900 or $1,500, like
Crazy.
For hair.
come on, bitch, for something I'm gonna sweat out tonight.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man, that's
Be like,
crazy.
don't-
How you gonna
don't
do
touch
that
my
to
head,
me?
Don't touch my hair. She's sleeping like this.
Fuck out of here, bitch. You got me fucked up, especially if I pay for that joint. You got me fucked.
Nah, that's too
You gotta
much.
put your elbows on her back like this. And hit. Can't even grab her
yo,
hair.
sorry.
She's sleeping like this.
That's funny as shit. So they had. I'm gonna put y'all in the scenario, right? Because I was talking to my man about this other day. If they had a hood Olympics, what y'all winning the gold medal in?
Oh, handball all day.
Oh, that's the handball.
Handball all
That's
day. Handball. I grew up playing handball,
I
Pop.
don't know about that, Pop. I'm
Ghetto Olympics?
Oh, yeah.
Bro, they used to call me
What's-
two scoops when I was upstate.
What-
Two scoops, left and
What
the
are
right.
the
Yeah,
what are the games that are involved in it?
No,
Anything.
whatever. If they had
Hood
a hood
games.
Olympics, hood games.
Hood games.
Nigga, you
Catch
play
a girl, kiss a
badminton,
girl.
Halfsies. Halfsies on the block.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I used to like halvesies.
Catch a girl, get a girl.
Yeah, that was my shit. I'm winning that. I'm gonna win that too.
That was
No, you get locked up for that one. Yo, you get locked up for that one.
How about the girl? How about
It's the other
girls used to-
word. It's a catch a guy, get a guy. The girls play.
The girls used to let you catch them though.
Yeah, if they like you.
And then they will haul ass from
They
the
used to
one.
trip.
They used
Be
to
like,
run.
you got me.
And then certain motherfuckers they would take off.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But they'll never
Olympics.
have a hood Olympics,
Nah,
bro. Never.
it'd be a shootout.
Oh my God! Damn, you could win it.
God.
You could win a gold in drive-by.
Drive-bys, man.
You could get
How
a
about
gold.
graffiti? How about graffiti?
You think that's a sport?
Being, how about the best YN?
Damn.
That's crazy.
Yo, everything's a game nowadays, bro. No, now they're doing flag football, the NFL.
Yeah, the Olympics.
You seen that?
That John.
That's crazy.
That's different.
Yeah, flag football for the Olympics.
That's
You
For the
see that?
Olympics,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah.
I used to play in the league, and
that's pretty dope.
Flag.
I Warminster, yeah, but this I ain't gonna lie, bro. I played in this league for 3 years, in my early 30s, and it's flag, it's out Warminster, but it's like a rough touch, John. So in other words, you can't tackle the person who got the ball. But say somebody running up the sideline, and I'm like your lead block, and I see somebody coming to try to get your flag. I could lay him out.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah, that's dope. That's actually
no,
dope.
No pads. No pads, uniform and everything. Referees, it's a organized league and everything. But
Right.
that, bro, every game the games was on every Sunday. Man, Monday morning, man, I was tore up at work.
I
bro.
can imagine.
It was like I was in a car accident.
Could imagine. Yeah, fucking
I used to
right.
play both sides of the ball. I was a fullback and I was defensive end. So I used to get killed in the joint.
Any of y'all guys vape?
No, I
Nah,
can't
that
do the
shit
vape.
dangerous, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was
dangerous,
gonna
bro. That's
say,
dangerous.
man.
Super dangerous.
There's a new there's a new study that came out that
With
that is
vaping?
giving, that is giving people something called popcorn.
Yeah,
lungs.
popcorn lungs.
no, that's been
super
around.
dangerous,
That's
bro.
been around.
That's-
That's been
Like
around.
I ain't gonna lie, I stupidity. I used to see people who used to vape with the cigarette type Johns, and I'd be like, "Dog, you smoking that bullshit?" And I got the weed John.
Nah, even
That's
the weed
vaping
Jones.
too. Yeah, I just
Bro,
I didn't
them
know
Jones
that.
messed me up
No, it fucks me-
immediately.
It
dog.
fucks my chest up really.
There was an influencer recently that she died over there.
Yeah, that's
really
really
Young Buck too.
horrible,
Yeah,
bro.
Young Buck John.
Like a TikTok
Like
or something?
one of them TikTok Johns, and she started smoking that shit, and they said in a matter of months, the shorty died, bro.
That shit's bad, bro.
It's crazy. Don't do it, man. Listen, working out is where it's at, all right? Right? You don't get me started. Whatever. To each his own, man. Listen, quick question. Where do you put the locks all time? Let's say top 50. Where would you put the locks?
The
You
group,
start, bro.
the
Yeah, the group,
locks?
the
The
lock.
group?
Yeah, where would you put them, bro?
Top
As
50,
a
top
group,
50
though.
what, though?
And top 50 of all time rappers.
Of what, though? Just rappers?
Just
Rap
rappers.
group?
Rappers, they could be group, just
It
combined.
gotta be a rap group.
Well, not really, because let's say if you was to ask me, I will put the locks in my personal view. I will put them in the top 10. That's my
Yeah,
personal.
but that's what I was about to say. I don't think there's 50 good rap groups.
Yeah, but we
no, that's why I want to put.
Nah, but these young boys will tell you mad different because you got these like the group that you got the P&B group, that P&B Grop was a part of,
Yeah.
and then you got the group that like Ed Lee Chopper was a part of, or NBA Youngboy.
But see, when I ask you this question, you guys, I think, are making it bigger than what it is. I'm asking you your personal opinion. If just say out of 50 groups, rap
got
groups, just where would you put them in that
The
50?
locks, they would be in the top.
They'd be in the top 50.
Hell yeah,
Would they be in the top 10?
The locks will be in my top five.
There you go. That's what I'm looking
That's
for.
just because
that's what I'm looking for.
But that's because I'm a strong believer in whatever music you was listening to, whether it's rap, R&B, or whatever. When you started fucking, that's gonna be your favorite.
Yeah,
shit
that's
forever.
true. That's true. I put them in my top 10.
Yeah,
I put them in my
absolutely. I
top
put 'em in
10
top 10.
because
Hell yeah.
I was having this convo, and a lot of the fellas, at work was like, "Nah, I don't think." I said, "Listen, man, you got to go back and listen to their early shit. If you're listening to their last
90s,
right? Go
90s.
back to We Are the Streets.
Nin-
You remember that
yeah.
album, bro?
That album was crazy.
Oh my
90,
God,
96,
bro.
95,
Yeah, something around that
96?
time, man.
When
What
that
locks did y'all like better? The Rough Rider locks?
Rough
Oh, the
Rider
Bad
locks.
Boy locks.
Rough.
No. Let me. You know what's crazy? I love the Rough Rider locks better, But the Money, Power, Respect album is what made me fall in love with them. They first album.
I think that's a good way to put it. But what got me was We Are the Streets, because We Are the Streets was a time where I was in the street with you, and we was out every day. And so, like you said,
isn't that their first album where they was coming at Puffy all crazy?
No, I think that was the second album, because they had left Puffy at that time.
Yeah.
So when them type of albums, I remember a lot of shit that we went through as young boys, driving around, getting high. Everybody had guns on, everybody had their shit on. And so that album, when I listen to it, brings back the memories. That's why that album means a lot to me. The Lox is in my top 10. Mobb Deep is above them because that's my favorite group all time. What's your favorite group?
Oh, man. You got to come back to me on that.
Brown, what's your favorite group? Wu-Tang? Yeah, you did mention.
See, you know what's crazy?
Mobb Deep's mine.
See, it's either Wu-Tang. I can't say Mobb Deep because it used to be Mobb Deep. I ain't gonna lie. It used to be Mobb Deep straight up. But then doing what I do, I learned a lot of history behind them, and they no longer my favorite group. Like, it's crazy. I don't want to put their stuff there.
Whatever, rest in peace
certain things.
That just turned me way off. Like, what? I had my head like, what?
Yeah.
And the person that was telling me had absolutely no reason to lie. There's a couple people.
Okay.
But anyway,
all right.
It's either Wu-Tang, because, that's who I was listening to in high school. And everybody that's in Wu-Tang, like the Purple, like we talked about when I was here last time, the Purple Tape is probably one of my most favorite.
Oh, that's such a dope album, man.
But the Lox was instrumental in like shaping the nigga who I was when I was in the streets. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Would you put Terror Squad in your top 10?
Nah,
I couldn't do it.
Just because.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Nah, just I wouldn't put them because I literally thought everybody was whack except for Joe, Pun, and Armageddon.
You didn't like Cuban?
No, I like Cuban, but I thought Cuban was trying too hard to be like Pun.
Yeah.
And that kind of threw me off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I loved Armageddon.
Armageddon spit. He had a lot of
spitter.
Yeah, he had a spitter.
But like, when it comes to like Triple Seis and all these niggas, Triple Seis sound like, yo, buscate Roberto down the block, man. Let's get this nigga in the booth and we're gonna call him 3 6s.
So now, this nigga crazy, yo. So hold up. Now that you said Wu-Tang, I'm gonna say Inspector Deck was the dopest as far as lyricists. What do you say?
Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang. Inspector Deck.
Nigga, you crazy.
That's my opinion. What
Watch
you
your
say?
back when you leave out of here, dog.
Who you had the best lyrics? Lyrics
wise? Jizza, the genius.
Who?
I like Raekwon.
Raekwon. Okay.
Raekwon to me have fire lyrics and the most swag with his lyrics.
Right. He was more drug kingpin
Ghostface
shit.
had the most oomph.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Genius had this shit that make you think, and it'd be like, damn, this nigga really saying shit.
Yeah. They said that Ghostface, a lot of times he wasn't saying anything. He was just spitting crazy shit.
That
you know
nigga,
what I mean?
his wordplay was just crazy. And his delivery was outstanding.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, that's just, I love Inspector Deck, man. Smoking on the mic like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser. Raising hell with the flavor.
But you know what's crazy? When Liquid Swords came out.
That was a good album.
Everybody, I kind of was upset because everybody want to act like they finally finding out about the Jizza. Like, bro, this nigga was on there on the 36 Chambers killing shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
He
been nice. You know what I'm saying? He's a professor at a university.
He got shit to say.
Like, I got mad respect for that. You know what I mean? I'm a professor at a university.
I never watched the show. You ever watch the show?
No, I never got to watch it.
You ever watch that, John?
I never got
Which one?
The Wu-Tang John.
Oh, the John on
Hulu?
Amazon.
Is it Amazon or Hulu or something?
Yeah, it's like a their
series.
story.
Yeah, the story. I never see that, John.
Dave East is in that, John. He Method Man.
Method Man.
Yeah.
What do you think about Dave?
It's actually, I ain't gonna lie.
I like Dave.
I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know about Ghostface situation at home because he had a crippled brother.
Yeah,
or like a disabled brother.
Muscular
dystrophy.
Okay, I know that.
Wheelchairs, bro. And I'm like, wow, that's some tough shit to grow up with. I mean, and I ain't know that.
So that song that he put out was real.
No, that introspect. Yeah, hell yeah.
What song y'all talking about? Which one?
The one plucking roaches out the cereal.
Oh yeah, that's sad
All them Jones, man.
Yeah, that shit right there.
Yeah,
that's sad Jones. Yeah.
That's real shit.
That's real shit.
I used to hear that song. That shit touched me, bro.
Yo, what's some crazy shit y'all be hearing at the cookout?
At the cookout.
cookouts?
Yeah.
You know what I be hearing?
That you don't want to hear because you know some shit about to go down.
Well, you know what, bochincha about people cheating, bro. Like,
Damn.
like sometimes,
And,
like,
it be niggas thinking they whispering too.
right?
Like,
No, sometimes a lot of dudes be thinking their wife is straight and not knowing that she's staying the high school sweetheart, bro.
And not only that, it be the women at the cookouts that be putting out
Right.
bochincha of
You know
other
why? Because
people.
most guys want to keep shit on the.
No,
you
the
know what I'm
guys
saying?
be over there cooking and playing dominoes, and the girls. It happens when they start drinking.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all vicious with y'all answers. I was gonna say some shit like, "Who made the potato salad?"
Nah.
Who made the ensalada papa
Like, yo,
puñeta?
That shit
Yo,
banging,
Who the fuck
baby.
put raisins in this shit?
Like, what kind of sauce is this on these ribs?
Like, hold up, what the fuck? Where the ketchup at? Like, you know, basic shit like that. Like, damn, y'all took it there.
Listen, man, I take it there because you know what it is. A lot of times, the person that's getting cheated on is the last person to find out, man.
And they always be at the big functions, the big family
that shit
cookout,
come
the
out, man.
wedding.
Like Brown
Even-
said, when they start drinking, the
Oh,
truth serum,
man.
you know, the shit comes out. You know how that goes?
What?
I mean-
and the wild shit is when they start talking like that, they be over there with the chill, and then the husband pop up.
Yo, lately, you know, it's funny you say that. Lately, there's been a lot of violence towards that type of situation. Now,
What, like Cheetos
yeah,
and
like
Cheetos?
Cheetos and Chia. Right now, recently in Winfield, PA, the ball got hit up, and they found out that Shorty was sneaking ball through the window, and then her dude came home early. You know that whole story. Ball lit the ball up, killed him. It was just
real?
recently, this past week.
Dang.
You can look that up.
I don't
My
ever
thing-
want to be in no. Yo, I'm not
crashing out for
I'm
no. For
past
no
that. Yeah, if you want to be out here giving your toto away to somebody,
That's your toto.
That's your thought.
that's yours. That was never mine. That was never mine. You know what?
She's
Go
not
ahead.
yours. It's just your turn.
Yeah,
it's your turn.
Oh my God, that's so true.
No, that's
man.
what it is.
And it's crazy. It gotta be, man.
That's what
I
gotta
wish
be.
it wasn't.
Look, you know, if you look, this is what me and Brown, we talk about this. And Marks, you've been around, you know. Guys that come from the street have an awareness of understanding that a drop of a hat, things can change. We get that. A lot of guys that are misinformed, they think, this is my bitch, I own her. You don't own her,
don't
bro.
own shit.
You do not own her. Even if you're married, you do not own her.
you don't
She could get up
shit.
one day and say, look, I'm done. And look, does it hurt? Of course it hurt. I'm not going to sit here in front and act like Shorty leaves, it ain't going to hurt you. But I ain't crashing out. I'm not hurting myself, definitely not hurting myself, and I'm not hurting nobody because women are the first line of defense. If your shorty is entertaining a man, exchanging numbers, going on dates, and you find out and you take him out, you a lame to me. You a lame, man.
You just went down a list of how many chances she had a chance to say no.
Right.
When he
Right.
introduced himself, you could have said no. When he asked you out, he could have said no. When he asked you for the number, you could have said no.
Your name.
When you went there, you could have been like, you know what, fuck, this ain't me. I ain't doing this. You could have said no.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell
So you
yeah.
definitely know
it's
what
all
you're
a choice.
doing.
It's all, a choice.
Hell yeah,
And
man.
when we talked about this before, what happens is she might want to flirt, play, and then when she see the ball going hard, oh, I got a man.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden you want it to
Like
stop.
I wanted attention.
I
but
wanted-
not
yeah,
all
now
that
you going
attention.
hard.
You know what's
Right,
crazy? And
right.
I won't even get mad if my girl flirt or something like that. Because everybody do
It's
it,
human-
man.
it's human nature.
It's human nature, you know what I'm saying? But if you make it a pattern of it, and if you doing that shit in front of me.
Oh, no.
And then that's something different, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like right now, if my girl in the supermarket and some nigga roll past her and they like locked eyes and smiled at each other, I
That's
don't give
gonna
a
happen.
fuck.
No,
Don't
it
act
happens.
on it.
It's
Don't
the-
act on
It's
it.
gonna happen,
Bro,
though.
how many shorties you seen? You're like, damn, and she might say, hey, you smell good. Thank you, dude. Keep
Yeah,
it pushing.
you
That
keep it
happens.
moving.
Yeah, of course.
That
You know what I mean?
happens.
Smile at her, whatever. You
it
move,
happens.
you keep it moving.
It's when you take the next step,
When you-
exchanging
when you
numbers,
act on it.
and you having that
when
convo,
you act
you
on it.
letting
When
him
you
in.
act
Because
on
I
it,
think a
bro.
lot of girls have this mistaken thing of, well, I was just being friendly. You can't be too friendly all the time.
Yeah,
with
but
women.
not for nothing. A lot of girls think what we just talk about is actually cheating, emotional cheating.
Right, it
or
is
something.
actually. It is because you know what? Look, sometimes at home she not getting that conversation. She not getting the laughter. So she might not be fucking bored, but she's getting what you not giving her. Right? And you can't give her everything all the time because you got a lot of shit going on. So she getting that emotional space that she's missing. She's getting that from fulano.
Yeah, and it's one thing I always say about that type of shit. You know, like when women, they start flirting and shit or whatever. Oh, no, he's cool, whatever. Some motherfuckers don't know how to take that coolness the right way.
Right.
they look at it like, bitch, you want some dick.
Right.
You know
I learned
what
that
I
the
mean?
hard way because there was plenty of times where shorties were being cool. I would go 100 hard. Oh, I'm just being thorough.
Yeah.
Now I've learned that now that I'm older, I just fall
just
back.
chill.
I just chill and let it
Chill.
come to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
Some
what
motherfuckers don't know
Nas
how to
said,
take
I got no game. It's just some bitches understand my story.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I am, man. I ain't got no game.
I got no
shorty.
game, bro.
I ain't got no game, shorty. This me.
It is what it is. I think that you're better off just having a normal conversation, bro. Like for all the shorties that I've ever pulled, it was never me trying to impress her on what I got or what I could give you. It was more, how was your day? You know what I mean? And having that conversation, making her laugh a little. And sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. It is what it is, man. You can't be scared to fail, man, when it comes to these bitches, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. But you already know, brother.
It is what it is.
Yo,
we got somebody coming up next week, but we can't say the name.
No. Just in case.
We can't
We
say
want
the
to say
name.
because
Right.
a lot of times when you say shit, somebody
That's
might
what's up.
throw
Yeah,
a
they might
joint
hate
at them and they
a
won't come.
kibosh,
Something
kibosh,
happen, they get
kibosh.
locked up with some weird shit.
Damn.
They put a brujeria. They put a brujeria on
They
it.
put king.
Damn.
Fuck them niggas.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
All right, yo, before we go, we got to do better. Fellas, there's a lot of guys putting their hands on women. No domestic violence. We don't tolerate that.
Nope.
So we got to do better. There's been a lot of stories of dudes beating up on girls.
Unless
Unless your life's on the line. Or you beating it up from the back.
With you. Ain't no reason why you should be putting your hands.
Nah, don't put your hands on your
Even if shorty hits you, man, if you can still get away, get
Block
away.
it, bro.
Now, if you in the corner and you can't block and she tagging you the fuck up,
Hello.
you know what I mean? You got no choice. You got
body
to
shot.
Yeah, but overall,
right in the kidney. And then run. But all this standing over her, putting your foot on her chest and going.
punching her. Nah, don't do that.
Nah,
Don't.
come on,
Fellas,
man.
we got to do better, all right? We got to do better. Listen, you live to see another day. Them court cases are expensive. The lawyers are expensive. Bails, it's not even worth it. You're here to make money, not lose money. Listen, this was a great show. This was episode 13. I want to thank you, man. How'd you feel, man? How was it today?
Mark.
Oh, thank you, fellas. I felt very good, and I felt very welcome on the show. And thank you.
Brown, man, we happy he
brother.
came in, man.
Yeah,
We
you
happy.
already know, bro. Y'all snuck him in here. You ain't.
Yeah, he got
I
it,
ain't even
bro.
know.
He got
He
it.
here, dog. He told me he came.
And this is the thing. We're going to have him every once in a while because he means a lot to us. He's a thorough ass
doubt,
bull.
man.
And he brings another piece of energy, which is
Anytime,
dope,
man.
which is
Anytime y'all want to bring me on, man.
It's authentic. Brown, before we go, give us the last words. What you got?
I just want to give a shout out to, once again, all the viewers. Thank you for your time, your patience. Thank you for reposting, because I see y'all reposting.
Thank you.
And that's awesome. And we're just learning as we go, getting better and better. And
It is what it is.
thank you for the therapy.
Mark,
Yes,
say
sir.
bye to
Yes,
the people
sir.
before we go, broski.
Oh, definitely, man. It's
Shout out
Mark's
anybody you
here.
want to shout out to.
Shout out to of course, the man upstairs, the Most High.
Absolutely.
And, to all my loved ones. I don't want to put everybody's name out there, but you know what it is. Only thing I got to say is stay inspired.
Absolutely. And stay out the way. Listen, enough with the gang banging and bullshit. Get your money up, get your health right, love your family, stay focused. Thanks for tuning in. Thorough Talks 215. Till next time,
What
subscribe,
kind
like,
of gang
and
banging you
leave.
talking about?
Subscribe, like, and leave a comment.